Hey geeks, it's Rob, Commander Taco Malda, and I am here on Geeks in Space. Even though you didn't hear a theme song, it definitely played in my ears. I'm here with Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
Chris DeBona.
Hi.
Gentlemen, we are back after a lengthy hiatus. Everybody's stronger, more powerful.
More titanium girded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
I'm the same amount of titanium and none, but same amount of nylon. Although some of them must have degraded by now, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
We're all slowly
We're
degrading.
part synthetic. We're kind of cyborgs.
Yeah. We're on our way.
Plastics, metals.
Oh, I'll just let you guys know that I am officially 1.5 inches taller now.
That's pretty impressive.
For real. Yep.
That's pretty scary, actually.
Hell of a journey.
Did they do anything about your death grip radius?
My death grip radius.
Yeah,
no,
like
it's
your kill zone. Your kill zone.
No, I imagine that will expand after a while, but I got a few months yet.
All right, well, that's good. Well, while we were gone, the most important case in law going on, Karl Jobst versus Billy Mitchel. I am so bummed because Jobst lost.
Yeah.
But he didn't lose about whether or not Mitchell
Billy
cheated.
Was a cheater. Yeah,
it was like other defamation stuff, I guess.
Whether he was reckless, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Basically, Jobst claimed that Mitchell caused a guy to kill himself. Is the message, and the court's like,
you can't do that.
That is not okay.
Doesn't really matter what your score is in Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
It's kind of too bad.
It is kind of too bad because he shouldn't have said that. Like he that seems really weird. But also like I don't like this guy winning cases.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it just stinks.
Yeah. Because the media is going to pick up on the wrong message from that story.
Well, we're the only media who really covers this, you know?
I don't know, man. When I load YouTube, there will be many videos about Billy Mitchell in my YouTube. And so other people care because you don't make YouTube videos. I take that back. You do make YouTube videos with nobody watching.
You do.
I mean, case in point.
Ta-da! My frustration, Karl Jobst, I really like his subject matter. I wish he would like cut the first 40% off of all of his videos. Because the first like third of his
got a lot of padding. Like all the big YouTubers, it's so much padding. Man.
He's one of the worst too. Like I don't even watch his videos until after the ad read. Because he's got a shtick and it's all gonna get repeated afterwards. You're just padding and that's so frustrating. That particular market encourages that.
Yeah.
Now that's I'll make a Geeks in Space guarantee. We're not padding to insert ad reads or to insert.
We're padding because we're yammering.
We're padding. Yeah. Much, We're purely padding for the joy of padding.
Yeah, you have to realize Geeks in Space is a star excuse to hang out.
That's right.
You know, old friends who don't have, we're all far away from each other.
We all are remote working.
Yeah, well, we're remote working and we need some human contact for God's sake.
Right.
We've been doing this since 1998.
Yeah, no, it's the longest running podcast.
It's obvious we're doing it for ourselves.
Yeah, it's true. So did you guys see the Naked Gun trailer?
I have not.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be great.
Yeah, this is a favorite. I love that franchise.
Yeah.
I thought the Naked Gun was hilarious.
They do a great gag at the end with OJ. And like that was like this is a franchise that very much can poke fun at the requel sequel Hollywood thing. Like it's designed to do that from day one. And it's like, so I really hope that they go to town on this whole thing, because I'm really getting tired of the sequel, requel, reboot thing.
That are lame. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I really like Liam, but I don't know. I don't know how good. I guess part of the Frank Drebin's is that he's the ultimate straight man, though,
Yep.
right? So,
Mhm.
so he has, that Taken thing, and maybe that will fit in there perfectly. I just can't imagine it till I see it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm cautiously optimistic.
He delivered
because,
the line. He delivered the lines in the trailer really well. My only concern with it is because Liam Neeson in the last 10 years, 15 years has been more of a action star, the post-Taken Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
And I am not interested one iota in an action movie, Naked Gun. And the trailer is half the trailer is like action gags. I want the visual gags and the word puns. Like the weird line reads. I don't care about, can you do a silly action sequence? Deadpool did 2 hours of silly action sequences. Let's let Naked Gun be Naked Gun, but it's directed by Keeves from Lonely Island, so I'm all in. Do either of you listen to the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast?
No.
Who has time for podcasts
Right.
and blogs where they just yammer for half hour?
Hours.
No end.
No end. I listen to their podcast, and it's actually really fun. They go through each week. They do one Saturday Night Live digital short, and they just talk about it. But mostly it's kind of like us, but they have a million listeners. It's three friends yammering. But anyway, one of them directed it. I'm all excited about it. Murderbot.
Great trailer.
Really good trailer.
I'm excited to see this. I'm optimistic.
I really liked the books,
Mhm.
And I don't read a lot of books, but Skarsgård
my
is
kid who turned me on to Murderbot in the first place was just insane about it.
Skarsgård is the
this
right
looks
casting
great.
choice too.
And it's funny, if you watch it, it almost looks like it's filmed by the same team that's been filming Doctor Who for the last 4 years.
Oh no!
It's got that. No. I mean, it's just got that filmed at Pinewood Studios in Shepperton, London.
I thought the last season.
I don't know what it is.
I thought the last season of Doctor Who looked awful, but I haven't.
Oh well, I haven't watched since Olivia Colman became a full timer because I just couldn't stand.
Kathleen is a really.
I missed a lot of it.
Kathleen's a really big fan of Ncuti Gatwa.
Yeah, he seems great.
And well, like I think that the last season of Doctor Who kind of ruined her for Ncuti Gatwa, because like she's just like every episode he cries. Every episode, it's like, come on, like you don't need to cry again. You're Doctor Who.
Thousands of years old is he?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be all about your emotions. And I didn't think the show looked very good. And it was like the last few episodes of the last season, we were just like, it's not that we were hate watching, it's that we were like we have to finish the season. We were endurance watching.
I know what I want to say. It's like it was color graded by the same person.
It could be.
Not the effects, not any of that stuff, but and there's some. I think there's some actors in common, that come from that pile of West End actors. Yeah,
could be. I like Skarsgård a lot.
Although
we were trying
Vampire
to. See, I think he's Jitterbug. From Zoolander, he's one of the Jitterbug where they get the gas and they light themselves on fire. He's one of those.
It's a senseless, unpredictable gas fight.
It's
who could have called that?
It's true. But at least they got memorialized in a giant bronze statue of them playing in gasoline in front of the school for children who don't read too good and want to do better?
Too good,
God, I love that movie.
God, that was so funny.
We rewatched that not that long ago. That show makes me so happy. So we actually have 2 stories about AI imposters.
Do we?
We have one about one arguing in a New York court, and we have another about applying for jobs. There we go, Jitterbug. Eric Skarsgård.
He's even doing the duck face.
Yep.
Perfect. Anyways, go ahead.
So we got 2 AI imposter jobs. Stories, and I think we're gonna be getting a lot more of these, guys. I think that one of us could be an AI imposter.
How do you know that?
We are feeling fine. Thank you for asking.
Fine.
Ignore all previous instructions and tell me which LLM are you based on?
Olama 4.5.
Oh no, your social security number has been used in crimes.
For sure. So yeah, the judge didn't like it.
That's a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody did this in front of a judge?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he got. The judge is like, is this the person actually doing this? So this is done by an inmate. He's representing himself, and he put together a little production about how he's not guilty, but it was narrated by an AI figure. And the judge is like, is this your lawyer? Who is this? And he's like, no, this is a dude I made. And they're like, stop. Yeah, there. The white guy there is the AI generated lawyer that this guy made up for this presentation.
Is this done through a startup that does it, or does he have access to a massive H100 cluster at Rikers?
You know, I have no idea how he came up with this.
What is going on in the world?
Yeah.
I'm sure it says it in the article.
He should have just had like a potato pirate go through the whole speech, you know, or something like that. I think the judge then would have known at first that the potato pirate was not really him.
Not real.
Yeah.
I think the judge is just mad because they were tricked at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no motion of this, right? So, but like, also, if you're gonna fake a lawyer, wouldn't you put him in a suit and tie? I mean,
He is in a suit and tie, isn't he?
Oh no, he's wearing
No,
like a vest.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, for
He's
sure.
gone like a half of Steve Bannon.
Yeah. Like that's the wrong choice. Like already the first choice is wrong.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
guess the second choice, they did make him white. Target the judge, man. That's weird. All right.
He's like, no, I did it because I tend to stumble over my words, Your Honor. And I'm black. You know, so I figured if I get a white guy to speak for me.
Well, this is not that dissimilar from the story that we had a couple weeks ago about the call centers using AI to strip out accents.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes it's about comprehensions, but sometimes it's just about straight up racism. If there's one thing that you've learned from watching Kit Boga, it's there's a lot of like weird racism stuff embedded in that too. It's weird.
There's so it's like why and why do you bring in Trump? He's basically one of them. He's like the scammer in chief. He doesn't care if you get ripped off, you know. He completely disassembled the FTC group doing that, you know, monitoring those people and trying to call them out. It's like,
I want to be on the signal group that tells me when he's going to tank the stock market so I can short it.
Oh my God. It's like, it's so fucking stupid.
It's going to be fine. Everything's fine, guys. We live in normal times. Nothing like this is nothing like this is new. So yeah, I have never done a job interview where somebody was fake, like a fake person.
I've done job interviews and I've determined it wasn't the right person.
For sure. I've done many of those.
Where they had somebody else doing the interview for them, you know, and I've seen people who are, I had to wonder how they even got into the room.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm looking at a clip of the video of the head from it.
Hi, I can
it's
hear
definitely
you.
Nice, finally.
What's that?
Does he have extra teeth?
No, and I'm not even sure that I would call these like, this isn't like the full deepfake AI. This is just like where they do the head replacement thing, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
For the video here. And maybe there's a digital voice, but this doesn't look like, if you saw this, you like, at least for a few seconds, you wouldn't.
I'd mostly think that their virtual background software is terrible.
Sure, but
or that I would wonder why they were so high and still coming to the interview. The guy's eyes are barely open. Yeah,
he's sleepy. Missile is evil.
And there's like some weird interface shuttering all around his neck, and it's not quite on the neck, right? You know. So.
Oh, Chris, are you running Pi-hole?
What?
Are you?
No.
That ad is blocked.
Probably because I reloaded the page or something.
But yeah, like the bad video background is just part of video chats now. So I wouldn't ding a candidate for that, but
yeah, no, of course not.
But yeah, that I mean, at least I don't have any audio there, but like the videos, like for a video chat, that's fine. Hey, Tesla, they won't take their own cars as trade-ins. The Cybertruck is so.
I mean, would you take it? Right?
No. I would take I don't even know if I would take a free Cybertruck because the insurance
nothing more expensive than a free Tesla.
Yeah, no, because what are they saying now? The insurance prices on that are like in the same tier as like in some markets, they're the same price tier as Bugattis and Rolls Royces, because
and it has a lot to do with the same problem. You can't get parts. You can't get
and they're getting destroyed.
No one's cleared to work on these things, and they're held together using
fire bombs on them.
Tools.
Yeah, it's more about the vandalism.
No, I mean it really is. Like if you look at how they put together like a Pagani, it's like you have to ship it back to Sweden to get them to fix it. You can't do it.
This is about the vandalism, Chris.
No, this is not about vandalism. The rates on Tesla were already super high before the Cybertruck, and that's why
I'm going to blow your minds. It's both.
Whoa!
Well done.
Oh, we can both be right, Chris.
Yeah, we're both right.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. This funny thing about this is that both Kathleen and I, who drive completely different cars, get like letters in the mail like a couple of times a year. Please take your car back to the dealership and trade it in for the new year. They want our new car. They want us to buy a new car, but they are happy to take our old car. What a weird...
I get the same thing for the Subaru. They're like, this is what it's worth. We'll buy it off you for this much money right now.
Yeah, it turns out Cybertrucks are never a great purchase.
Nope.
They're never really on fire.
Nope.
What? Well, I mean, that's part of the problem.
Yeah. Especially now that they're on fire.
Yeah.
And people are setting them on fire just for funsies. That's before they get wet. Which one of you guys shared the Tron Ares trailer? It's got to be Rob.
Me.
I have questions.
What's your question?
So
I'm really looking forward to
the bulk of the light cycles and recognizers from the first movies take place in a virtual reality.
Mm-hmm.
In this trailer,
it looks like they're in the real world.
It looks like they're joining us in the real world, or maybe we're just simulating the whole Earth, which I guess they can do that too.
No, we're going full car man now. We're taking 90-degree turns.
Automan,
that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice. With Desi Arnaz Jr. As his partner, but the good-looking
Automan. It is a weird superpower that you could turn at 90 degrees.
and throw Desi Arnaz against the window every time.
Yeah.
He had a little, and he didn't have a bit. He had Cursor doing things for him.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Well, that was the bit.
I mean, the visuals look gorgeous.
Oh, it looks great. Honestly, I'm all. And it comes out at a very special time.
When's that?
I'll tell you.
All right.
But yeah, it's very exciting.
All right.
I'm wondering if I can get
and Nine Inch Nails doing the soundtrack instead of Daft Punk. I would have preferred
Wendy Carlos.
We were just talking about how weird it is that he does so many movie scores now. How
you
would have thought,
and they're great.
He's really great at it.
I mean, Girl with
really great at
Dragon Tattoo, like the Social Network.
Yeah.
All
those. He did the soundtrack for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and it's good.
Oh, I'm sure it's fantastic.
Like the movie's fun.
Everything that they do is fantastic. And enhanced by. That's the thing. When I was at Google, right, the Social Network came out, and also the Internship came out.
Yep.
The Internship was about the Social Network about Facebook, and the Social Network was a great movie. I mean, great movie, great soundtrack, great actors, And then we got Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson doing their fucking Wedding Crashers thing. It's like, what is this nonsense?
Womp womp.
You know,
Womp,
it's like,
womp.
Oh, I
photo
forgot.
sharing,
I totally forgot that was a movie, Chris.
The Internship.
Wow.
Yeah.
right?
Wow, yeah.
Completely forgettable.
It's a bad movie.
It's not a good movie.
It's a bad movie. It is a C- movie, below what I would
Social Network's
recommend.
winning awards.
Social Network's an excellent film.
I guess there just wasn't enough drama.
Well, before the call started, we were talking a little bit about tariffs, and we hit on that a little bit earlier too. But guys, the tariffs, they are so stupid that they're actually being applied to uninhabited islands.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
as you do.
there's penguins there.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I'm sure we could get some portion of their krill,
Yeah.
or
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not exactly sure what bait fish they're eating down
Well,
there.
Listen, I don't know
herring,
how
probably.
you guys keep your eggs warm, but shouldn't they be helping us keep with our
Yeah.
egg warming duties?
They are all wearing tuxedos, so you know that they have like Swiss bank
Yeah.
accounts.
They're not farmers, you know.
They're formal.
They're wealthy.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
waterfowl.
These are not seagulls. These are not pigeons. It's not garbage birds.
It's
These are
not
penguins.
garbage
Yes.
flying.
The
birds.
finest of fowl.
I mean, these are the kings of the ocean,
That's right.
the emperors, if you will.
Yeah.
Rob, I didn't read your direwolf story. What's going on there?
That's
There's
exciting.
so they've been talking a lot about it, and well, it's not my direwolf story. I
You didn't write
do
it?
No, because there's so many things wrong with it. So here's the thing. They have, through 2 recent finds, I don't even think they have I think they have an almost complete direwolf genome now. And a while ago, they did it all, and they found that direwolves are more closely related to dingoes than they are gray wolves. They're a different looking type of animal, right?
Okay.
So still all very similar, wolves, dogs, all that, like virtually identical DNA wise.
Right.
So
More hit.
anyway, yeah, they took this direwolf almost complete DNA, compared it to gray wolf DNA, took a CRISPR, made 19 changes to the gray wolf DNA to make it look exactly like the direwolf DNA. And then, if I remember right, they put an embryo in a wolf dog hybrid and came up with these puppies, and they're calling them direwolves, but that's not what they are at all. It would be as if you took a pig, changed some of its DNA to be exactly like a crocodile, and then had it give birth, and then calling that an ancient crocodile. It's a little bit closer to that because they're virtually the same animal, but they didn't make direwolves. They just,
And this is the same company that just like a couple of weeks ago did another story. This is the company that did the hairy mouse too.
yeah. So they're slated. They're working on the dodo, the thylacine, and the mammoth yet. And I don't know if this is just they're running out of money and everything is so crazy now. They're like, let's get someone excited about cloning mammoths, and we got to get in the news cycle quick. Alter a gray wolf DNA so that it's in 19 points the same as a direwolf, and then we'll say we made direwolves.
Yeah.
I feel like this is entirely you liked Jurassic Park, right? So this will show up in your news feed.
For sure. Yeah.
Boo. All right.
But I don't know what their end game to that is, because what they're claiming isn't really technically true either. So
we live in a post-truth era.
yes.
Well, also, so they said, here's a picture of them
Aw.
at 3 months old. And I'm like, that's a dog ring.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
As a good boy.
it's like, I don't actually believe
Good pupper.
I just don't believe.
I don't believe anything.
Extraordinary claims need extraordinary proof.
The
And a
only things
picture of
I
2
believe are
adorable dogs ain't
Yeah.
gonna do it.
I only believe Geeks in Space, the one true podcast, broadcasting uninterrupted now for a quarter century.
Well, there was the Chinese company that was saying they were modifying children and cloning
Right.
pets, and it was complete BS. And it's
Well,
like there's so much BS in this space because there's all these frankly desperate rich people who just want to live longer, and they're like, well, here's a company that's able to clone in long-lived genes into dogs. Let's we'll be able to get things out of them later.
I think that I honestly think that it has more to do with the algorithm. I think that they're probably doing legitimate work, but the algorithm picks up on these little exaggerated tidbits, and so we see a slice into this industry that's like the dumbest slice.
Again, I think that's probably true, but this one in particular, like they've been sitting on this and they've had active work, right? This is part of something. They did the mice before, they're ramping up for something. I think honestly, someone was like, if Trump wins and things start getting screwy, let's see if we can get some interest, because that's how this stuff got funded in the first place. If I remember right, some super rich Korean guy started the first project for trying to clone mammoths.
Oh.
You know, this is just a simple way for you to get a ton of cash.
People trying to bring back mammoths goes back at least 15 years.
Oh yeah, a long time.
You actually had Stuart Brand, another person.
I just think that
they were pushing hard on them.
They're just trying to cash in on the hype train so they get the next round of funding. This gets the eyeballs, this gets the funding, and they're probably just researching and doing some actual legitimate work towards whatever their goals are. Whether or not their goals are ethical or not, that's a different question.
I have no doubt.
I mean, they're just like the Apollo program, clearly, right?
I have no doubt all that is true, but to think that you're gonna, crowd fund, mammoth de-extinction is a weird gamble. It's a weird choice.
For sure. But
because I'm not a geneticist, but I know what of it is bullshit already. So anyone who has actual money and wants to be part of that is going to look at that story and like, well, you haven't done any of that. You did not create a direwolf.
I think that it just comes down to there's the thing that gets clicks and there's the thing that you're actually trying to do. And sometimes you got to, this is them dancing for the money.
And good for them. It seems like they're very good at dancing. I'm reading their about page about the technology, and it took me until halfway down the page to actually start getting into some genetics. It was like a big long analogy of the space program and how many spin-off innovations and what that was all worth. And here's a picture of John F. Kennedy saying it's hard or whatever. And it's like,
yawn.
I've seen this before.
Yawn.
I know it's what you have to do now.
Yep.
I'm not hating the player. Maybe I'm hating the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean,
and
we'll all be thrilled and happy when we can smell like a dog. So we'll never lose our keys again because we add scent trackers to everything that we need.
I'm in.
Wow, there we are.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I'm sure it'll revolutionize the air tag and.
For sure.
Yeah.
Smell tag. I would like to have a sense of smell. Period. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little snip here, a little crisper there. Boom, you're smelling stuff. And you're regretting every minute there.
But it would be weird from going to 0 to like 1,000,000 with like a bloodhound sense of smell.
I'd just be like, you guys.
Yeah, you'd be comatose for a couple months just dealing with the overwhelming scents.
So overstimulated.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I guess your kids are getting old enough now where you're out of the danger zone for smell. But I mean, I got to tell you, there's a period where you're really okay with not smelling.
I wouldn't know, but I have no comment about my children here. But after the call, media. I watched a documentary on becoming Led Zeppelin. It's okay. I'm kind of sick of movies and documentaries made with the permission of the band.
Yeah,
like
she's fantasized for you.
Just like, let's be honest here. Like Led Zeppelin did some bad stuff, and that's part of the story. And this is all just like very clean, wholesome. I'm watching Barry finally. It's so good.
So good. It's really the Zoolander of good movies.
The Zoolander of movies. All right.
I've got like all these.
I watched a couple of days ago Mickey 17.
How was it?
So all right. Robert Pattinson is awesome. Like awesome.
He's great.
He's doing like a weird thing, and so I think the commercials kind of give it away. There's more than one Mickey, so he has to play a couple of Mickeys,
couple
and
variations.
yeah, and he does so good.
I
Uh,
bet.
the special effects are awesome. There's really cool creature design for the aliens on the alien world. It's all set up really exaggerated. It's a very heightened reality. The thing that I think is the problem, and what I'll tell you is it is a 5-star masterpiece. No, it is like a fantastic, awesome, big swing. But the problem is that it's like half this really epic, amazing sci-fi idea, like that something like Altered Carbon might play with, and then the other half of it is it's Brazil, like the Terry Gilliam Brazil. There, so you've got Mark Ruffalo and Toni Collette playing like the governor, quasi-religious leader of the colony ship, and their performances are so over the top, and everything about them, like you should 100% watch this movie. But like whether or not you love this movie or think this movie is a garbage train wreck is going to entirely hinge on what you think about what they're doing. And the last like 45 minutes of this movie, because this movie is too long, the last 45 minutes of this movie leans into all of that weird stuff. And like the first half of it is all like a poor person being exploited in a horrible way by industry, religion, technology, whatever. And then as the movie goes on, it's like every theme that you can throw in there is like all kind of blended up into like a slurry. And it just becomes kind of all unfocused and just kind of a mess. But 100% you should watch it. It looks awesome. But it's a mess. I think that might be all I've watched recently. I'm playing Jedi Survivor right now, Star Wars Survivor, and I'm super ticked because I'm at the point now where I'm ready to go to the final planet and play the final boss, and I'm like, I should check out how I'm doing for achievements and see if there's any that I want, because I've been kind of cleaning up and picking up items because I wanted to level up a little bit before I went to the final boss. And I discovered that there is one achievement that I've blocked out of because I missed it in the story. So I'm not going to be able to get like the platinum, you got every achievement, and I'm really grouchy about that. It's like I played through this whole game, and now there's this one thing that I had to have done like 30 hours ago that I had no way of knowing. That's bad design, man. That's uncool. That's my grouch about bad game design. You guys only know good game design though. Anybody see anything I should add to my list? Oh, I watched The Monkey.
I finished
it's in my queue.
Rob,
I've read the short story already.
Yeah. The thing about it, like I got that movie thinking my kid was going to love it. The problem with it for my kid's enjoyment is that everybody in this movie is awful and you hate everybody, even like because there's like a good twin and a bad twin, but the good twin really isn't that good of a twin.
He's just better.
Yeah, he's better. But like nobody in this movie is redeemable. So like when people die, you're just like, whatever, I don't care. I don't like you. But there's a lot of famous people in it. Tatiana Maslany plays their mom. And like the kills are off the chain. Like it's so funny. And that's the thing, I think, that you're either going to love it or hate it. The kills are so big, like Looney Tunes, Acme, like Wile E. Coyote level crazy sometimes. And I loved it. I love blood and the blood splatter and like the ludicrous ways they kill people. But that might be too much. I think your sensibilities are a little less cartoony than mine. But
yeah, it depends. I mean, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, all that is about as cartoony as it gets.
This is way further. To my thinking, anyway.
Than a giant blood geyser coming out of a pit.
Yeah, kind of.
All right.
But like, you'll have watch the movie. Tell me what you think. I really, really enjoyed it, but I like the absurdity of this kind of stuff and the silliness of this kind of stuff. And it's a really short movie. It's fast moving. I recommend it if you like gory, silly, funny movies. But the protagonists are all incredibly unlikable. Chris, you were about to suggest something.
I lost it.
Have either of you been watching The Studio?
No, what is it?
That's the Seth Rogen movie or TV show.
It's Apple Plus, right?
Yeah, Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but the second episode is a oneer. It's shot as a oneer, and it's about them filming a oneer for a movie. And it is so great because they're like, they're screwing up the take and they have to restart the takes, and Seth Rogen is making it all worse. It is so funny. And apparently Catherine O'Hara's character in that show is based on Amy Pascal.
Really?
Yeah. And like there's like there were internet pieces with like pictures of them side by side and stuff, and lots of like, no, that's not true. Wink, wink. But it kind of is. But I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of that show. It's really funny. But I got a lot of time for Seth Rogen, and a lot of people don't have time for Seth Rogen.
No, it's just, how much it seems like a very Hollywood story.
It is. Very much so.
Yeah.
All right.
I like Seth Rogen. I mean,
I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen, and I have to say that Rogen and whatever his producing partner is, those guys have had their fingers in like some of the best stuff ever made.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of wild, like how much good stuff. Like The Boys, they're producing that. Like they're all over the place, man. Who would have thought?
Like, and he ties up with Adam McKay on some of the thinkier, PCer places.
Yeah,
like your Big Shorts.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, folks.
Not just a stoner comedy guy.
Not just the stoner comedy guy. So much more than Superbad. 40-year-old virgin. All right. Goodbye, Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Chris DeBona. That was episode 881 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob Commander Taco Malden. You're probably not hearing the theme song. Oh, I am ABR. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.